Have you ever said to yourself, I don't feel God? Can his presence be felt in a tangible experience if he just feels absent? Hi, I'm Colin, a biblical scholar helping make faith more practical with bibliologic. And knowing God is there or not is a big issue. Sure, we can trust this and say in faith that it's true. God is present with us. And really, with everyone, he's present everywhere. But especially so within us, his children, right? But how we experience him is never described beyond capacities held in our human experience. Put simply, beyond what our senses can show. Save for these wild, unfathomable, apocalyptic visions in certain parts, the Bible generally is going to say, I saw, I heard. Even feeling is only used rarely in Scripture. And this is relegated to touch or to an emotion being expressed. I feel jealousy. There's never this spiritual sense of God's presence being felt, described in Scripture. Remember, most of these references talking about God with us or present around us are talking from the perspective of God going with them into battle or being present in the temple or tabernacle. Again, he's visibly present, which means he's tangibly there. That's all to say, God's presence is not felt in some mysterious way. You never say, I felt so heavy because I've not talked to my mom lately. No, of course not. Now, you might say, I miss her because she's far away or I haven't seen her. So, Christians, how can you experience God? Use your senses. We can hear in Scripture and in the grand scheme, having his word is a very providential piece of this puzzle. If God wanted us to have something as a father to instruct us on how to think, live, and be whole, that is it. We can speak in prayer, in love to those around us and show we're part of this family of God, which he's promised we could be in community with if we walked according to his ways. And in turn, the people in this community, they can speak into us, encourage us, share truth with us. We can touch good things, warm hands, soft bread, hot coffee. We can feel goodness built into the world and enjoy what's been created for us to enjoy. We can see the beauty of God's creation, of his design, of our kids and spouses, maybe of our towns and cities, the designs and order man has built in it that God designed us to create. And we can smell, that might seem odd, but in the Old Testament picture, absolutely. The fire and the oil on the altar, the cooking meat and the bread, the fragrance of the grains and perfumes, the tabernacle, the temple was meant to represent a feast with God, but also a reminder of the covering of their sins in the blood flowing through that very temple, which I'm sure didn't smell the best. It would have been olfactory overload that drew you into a place of deep connection, reverence, that you can stand where the fathers of your people did, leaving Egypt quickly, worshiping in the desert. It lets you live in that story again. We can feel an inward sense of anguish or despair or enjoyment, peace, love. Why? Because we know God. We know who he is. And this thing makes us happy because we understand he caused something to go remarkably right, miraculously even. Or maybe we feel the opposite. Dread, heaviness, that crushing sensation that convicts us. It's as Paul talks about. The law becomes death to us. So as we know what God expects, we can feel the gravity of emotion inside that experience. We can go on, but it's not as though we're short on options here, are we? We can experience God with the same faculties we do for any human relationship. Save he's not present in body on earth right now, but you certainly can feel him present when you draw close to him, concern yourself with him and his kingdom, and maybe most importantly, when we draw together, as Jesus says in Matthew 18, in his name, he's with us. So if you have felt like God is far, rest in that knowledge today. He is as close as your next breath.